So what were you saying about your brother and your sister?
Just your brothers and sisters are your fellow Israelites,
But not the world.
not the world. So the Torah, when it talks in the Torah, the law itself is for the community of the set apart people. It's not for the outside world. So when it says in Leviticus, love thy neighbor, okay, that's talking about your fellow brother and sister Israelite. It's not talking about going out and loving the world.
So
Okay?
tell us about that verse in Deuteronomy. What?
So Deuteronomy 23:19 and 20 says that if you loan money to your fellow Israelite brother and sister, you do not charge interest. You loan the money and you get the money back which you loaned them. But to a Gentile, you loan them money, you can charge them interest.
And what scripture is that?
It's Deuteronomy chapter 23:19 and 20.
Interesting.
So the Torah is not for the world, it's for the set apart people. It's rules and regulations for the community of the Israelites. It's not for the world. Those rules and applications do not apply to the people outside of covenant with Yah.
Right.
Now, once they become in covenant with Yah, then they fall under the commandments and the Torah. But if they're not, you're not even supposed to associate with them.
Well,
that's why Yeshua said, I'm not here to pray for the world, I'm here to pray for the disciples,
he said,
brothers and sisters.
He said, I don't pray for the world.
Yeah.
That's in scripture. But he said he came only for the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right. He's keeping Torah. He's coming after the people that, he's trying to bring them back.
So whenever the scripture says to love thy neighbor as yourself.
Yeah, it's speaking of your fellow Israelite brother. It's not talking about your next door neighbor.
Because they're secular.
Right.
They're not going to follow
they're Gentiles.
Torah.
They are part of the world. So the rules don't apply to them. You're not even really supposed to associate with them. You're not supposed to sit down and eat with them. You're not supposed to do anything with them.
That's why Peter didn't want to go to that centurion's house.
Right. But see, that centurion is in covenant. He was a Gentile that went into covenant. He grafted himself into the house. That's why he was able to go into his house. He didn't understand that.
But it was
the disciples. That's where they were looking at Peter like, why are you going in his house? You know you're not supposed to do that.
Because they were considered unclean.
Right, but see, he's in covenant. The centurion was in covenant. He was a believer. He believed in Yeshua. He was in covenant with Yah. And by him being in covenant, he's no longer a Gentile. Then he could go into his house. A lot of Christians and people are like, oh, that's just traditions of men. No, it isn't. Yah did not want us associating with Gentiles at all. It tells you all through Scripture, do not do what the heathens do.
I remember in Scripture it says, when Yeshua told his disciples, just don't go into the way of the Gentiles.
Right. Don't learn the ways of the nations. If you don't associate yourself with them, then you're never going to learn their ways. So, the reason Peter did not go into the house is because he was being obedient to the Torah. He knew he wasn't supposed to associate himself with Gentiles.
And it wasn't talking about food.
Right. Well, that's another subject. No, it's not talking about food. It even tells you a couple of verses down it wasn't talking about food. But anyways, the reason why he went into the house, like I said, is because he is no longer a Gentile.
And just like when someone is grafted in,
Right,
you're no
that's-
longer a Gentile because now you're grafted into the house of
Yeah,
Israel.
that's what that centurion was. He was grafted in. That's why he was able to go in the house and sit down and eat with them, break bread with them.
Right. Even during Passover, it says you're not allowed, or you don't allow
People that are not in covenant to come in and share the Passover.
Right.
So the scriptures are for people that are in covenant with Yahweh.
Right.
That's it. And people will make up stories and all kinds of stuff, but that's the true hard facts. Yah gave those commandments, that way of lifestyle, to a set apart people, no one else. And that's it.
In the end. Right, Leo? All right.